Hello, everyone. Is it recording? Yes, it is recording. And welcome to not only chapter 6 or 21. Yes, still going on with the dilemma. Do I am more leaning toward 21 right now? So you might see an overhaul of the podcast pretty soon. Um, off, off the camera, off the mic. I'm not going to tell you. And not only chapter 6 or 21, but to a new year, 2021, January 1st. Yes, I am recording this kind of early in the morning, 10:35 a.m. I know it's not too early, but it's early for me. And so, yeah, it's going to go up a little bit late because, well, the usual. Well, the drink today. I actually have two, but I've decided to name this one doing for this episode and the next one for next episode. It's mojito syrup and water. Yeah, it's nothing special, just mojito syrup, which is one of my favorite ones. Honestly, it's got a tangy flavor that I love. I don't like mint. I should tell that. I don't like mint, so this is a good substitute for me. None of the nutritional values, all of the sugar. So, New Year is upon us, 2020 finally is over, and I'm going to name this chapter 2021 because, well, pretentious shit like that. But another thing I wanted to talk about is actually I was hoping this episode become well, sort of, how do you say, resolution. I talk about what are my plans for 2021, and then later at the end of the year I can listen to this episode and feel extra shitty for not doing any of them, or actually feel good because I did some of them. So yeah, this is basically me saying what are my plans for 2021, and you are welcome to join me on this ride. First of all, let's do a year in review, the retrospective. 2020 was a very shitty year in many, many, many aspects. I don't have to tell you the virus, the quarantine, all of that. On a personal level, I actually butt head a lot in 2020. Um, I finally gave up Twitter, at least so far. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll be back. I met some new people that I'm actually very glad I did. Some people from actually that cursed site Twitter, some we reconnected, some on other apps, if it makes sense, and actually apps like, for example, I met uh, a few people on Slowly, which, if you don't know, is a great app. I met a few people on there, and I'm really glad that I did. I'm not going to name names because I don't think if they are comfortable, but I've told them how happy I am to have met them, and I'm hoping they do believe me because I do feel very lucky. Um, Let me take a sip. My throat for suddenly got closed up. Amazing. So, what I was saying. Oh yeah. Um, I'm hearing a noise, but I'm really, really hoping that it's just my own headphones and not something that is recording. So if there is a noise, I'm sorry, I don't know the origin of that. So aside from that, 2020 was the year where I started this very podcast. I did a YouTube show. I wrote a short story in English that I actually felt was really good. I'm actually submitting it anywhere I can on a submittable. And we made Yasp, the podcast with my friend, and actually, we'll get to that. I did the YouTube channel, I said that, didn't I? AK88 Studios, which did Born in Quarantine, 20 episodes that I'm actually kind of glad I did. It taught me a lot and actually invigorated me to do more stuff on YouTube. And yeah, that actually was it, I think. The year feels so short, but anyways, let's not lose sight of what I was talking. Oh yes, New Year. What are the plans for 2021? Well, the biggest one on the list is actually I want to make my movie finally. I don't care how much Corona raves. I'm going to make that movie. Actually, I do care if it gets out of hand again. I'm not going to be able to, but I'm going to make that movie. It has had some interesting developments. I'm actually glad and excited as to what is going to happen. So there is that. I will be filming, and this is actually one of the resolutions. I will be filming the behind the scenes and put it on my own YouTube channel. If not, if only for myself more than anyone. So I have a physical reminder of what I went through. Um, and then I can look at the final product and be very proud of it. I hope. The other ones are I'm going to take this podcast going as far as I can. I know I don't have a lot of listeners. Actually, if you believe Anchor, I have two. So yeah, you two people do good. But what else? Oh yeah, I am going to take this forward because it again it's one thing for me that feels good. Talking just feels good. And well, if I can't talk to people don't want to talk to me in my real life, I can do it online. The other one is I'm going to write the rest of my novel. I actually started the novel in July, if you can believe that, but it has been put on the back burner like everything else for my movie. But I'm hoping to go back to it and actually finish it either around 2021 or the first half of 2022. So, but I will go back to it on 2021 and keep writing. I actually like that novel, and I want something that I don't know I can send to people and wait until they reject it while I do other stuff. And yeah, I know it's not a very healthy outlook, but I like the story as well. So sue me. And I will hope to after I made my movie. I actually do want to try and be a little bit healthier in my eating habits. Actually, try to lose a little bit of weight. It's one of those things that maybe next year, maybe next year, maybe next year. But this year I'm hoping for it because I'm okay with being fat, but I, I also like living, and I'm very afraid of how fatness can kill me. It killed my favorite director, Sergio Leone, so you can imagine. Aside from that, I want to go back to YouTube. Actually, I have a new show planned called The Vault, which I mean, I will need to do an update on that, and I'm actually hoping that going back to YouTube, I can make something that I am proud of. If I have a subscriber goal, it's actually a 500 before 2021 ends. I'm actually hoping for more, but the goal is 500. So I need to learn how to advertise myself a little bit better. I am actually going to learn a bit of color grading if I can. This is the one that is like low on the list because it's one of those things that I don't have a lot of use for, but for YouTube I want to learn it so that I can give my videos a bit air of professionalism that I cannot give now. Same thing, I want to learn Photoshop. I know I don't know it. I actually do the thumbnails for this show and a lot of other things with Canva, the website, which is a very good service. I'm sorry I can't support you, but I live in Iran, so financial stuff doesn't really work here. We don't have international banking. But I want to learn Photoshop for nothing to actually do my own fucking thumbnails. I I can do them with PowerPoint, which is my Photoshop surrogate, but even I know how stupid that sounds. So yeah. Uh, oh yeah, I talked for 10 minutes. Wow. There are a lot of other stuff that are very small, but I'm going to tell them. Last Friday, actually, after I posted this podcast, sleep deprivation, and I went to sleep and I woke up at 6 p.m. We did a watch party, me and a couple of my friends. We did a watch party for It's a Wonderful Life, which is the perfect Christmas movie, if you ask me. So I'm going to keep it going on this year. Not just It's a Wonderful Life. I want to do, you know, other stuff, uh, other movies. I was thinking maybe Tenet because I already don't look forward to seeing Tenet, but if I watch it once and for the second time I watch it with a bunch of friends, it is going to be more tolerable at least. And or let's see what other movies that my friends or people wouldn't watch by themselves, like the 1980 TV stage recording of Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street, for example. I really want to watch that. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes, but so was It's a Wonderful Life, and it was very fun. And I'm hoping to actually open up that Discord door to everyone. So tell me on the comments or on messages if you want to be on that server. I'm thinking the last Friday of every month would be a good thing. I actually do want to start writing essays again. It's been so long since I wrote some. And I'm actually hoping to watch more movies 2020 and 2019 and 2018 actually. 2018, 2019, and 2020 was a bit of a slump for me. I haven't watched a lot of movies. I haven't even watched 1917 yet, and it was like a big deal for last year. So yeah, I'm going to watch a lot more movies, fill in the gaps, and write about them on Letterboxd. Write my reviews, and I guess yeah, I actually do have a lot of a small conception newsletter stuff like that, but I don't know if I'm going to actually do them. I do like to have a website for all of my stuff, but I don't know. I don't think it's very useful. Though I might be wrong. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to actually have one. And that's it. I just want to do more stuff. I'm tired of feeling worthless. As for social, I actually don't have any plans for improving my social life, but I will keep trying as I do to expand my social circles, talk to people, actually listen to them more, and try to reconnect with people that for some reason or other I wasn't able to reconnect a while ago. So yeah, And another thing, and this is very personal, but I'm going to tell you, is that I do want to try and actually get my IELTS. Um, oh yes, the pleasant sounds from the outside, of course. The my IELTS degree. I actually do try to leave Iran. I feel very trapped here, and I think part of my depression might be that. I mean, a lot of people think part of my depression is that too. And yeah, so these are the stuff that I'm going to listen at the end of the year. And if the podcast goes on, because as I said, keeping this going on is one of my resolutions, but I might fail at that. But if I do keep it going on at the end of the year, I will probably do a retrospective on this very episode. And unless it's on the hiatus time, which then we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's not jump ahead. And yeah, I just want to thank every one of you who have listened and who have watched my stuff on YouTube, who have read my stuff, who actually was there for me. I'm not going to again name names because I don't think people are comfortable when I name them. But for to those of you who read my story when I told you that it meant a lot to me, those of you who read my script, those of you who listened to me, who read my stuff on my channel, who watched my YouTube videos and supported me. 2020 was not a good year. It was very hard. I had my first ever self harm thought in 2020, so it was a big year for me. And it would have been more than a thought, probably, if it wasn't for a lot of people. Even if you think I don't value your support and your understanding, I do. I cannot tell you how much I value it. And thank you. Yes. It would have been good if this was like at the 19-minute mark, but I still have 2 more minutes I need to talk, so yes, thank you. Oh, as for Yasp, as I said, be ready for that. If you don't know, it's my podcast that I do with my friend. If you are listening to this on YouTube, you can scroll down and see actually the link to the Yasp YouTube channel. You can find it on Anchor on Yasp, YASP, and or any other platform of your choice. Be ready for that because there is some interesting stuff happening there too. We are bringing it back, baby. We never left actually. It's always been there, but yeah. And as for the last thoughts, it will go on. I do hope that you will share it if you feel like this is something that you want other people to also listen to. I don't know honestly, but please do share. And yeah, 2021. Let's see how bad this one gets. Already, we are not rid of coronavirus. Vaccine is in sight. But the good news is we are getting rid of the orange man in the White House and a lot of that. So, good news are there. And let's see how good 2021 will fuck us. I'm scared, but hopeful. The best combination I can hope for. See you more in New Year. Happy New Year. And let's keep it together, right? I will see you next week. Don't forget to send me a message on Anchor if you want to. Your message will be played at the beginning of the next episode. I hope to hear from you more. And well, again, I will see you all next week. Goodbye, everyone. Here's the spiffing bulletin.